Once, in a peaceful village surrounded by mountains and rivers, there lived a young man named Rafik. Rafik was a hard-working carpenter who made beautiful furniture. Though he was good at his work, he often felt there was something missing in his life. He thought that true happiness was hidden somewhere far away, waiting for him to find it. Every day, as Rafik watched people come and go, he wondered if they had found happiness. He believed that happiness meant having more things, more money, and more recognition. He imagined a life in a big city where he could have everything he ever wanted. Rafik felt sure that one day he would find his happiness and feel complete. So one bright morning, he decided to set out on a journey to find it. Packing his few belongings and saying goodbye to his family and friends, he promised he would return only when he had found true happiness. The city of wealth, Rafik's first stop was a big city. The city was noisy and crowded, filled with tall buildings, bright lights, and busy people rushing around. Rafik was amazed. He had never seen anything like it. This must be where happiness is, he thought. Everyone here looks so busy and important. If I work hard here and earn lots of money, I'll be happy. In the city, Rafik took on many jobs. He worked as a waiter, helped clean shops, and even worked in a factory. Day and night, he worked tirelessly to earn as much money as possible, believing that each coin he saved would bring him closer to happiness. After months of hard work, Rafik had saved a good amount of money, but he felt exhausted and lonely. Despite all his efforts, he still didn't feel truly happy. He had more money than ever before, but it didn't fill the emptiness inside him. Rafik started to wonder if happiness could really be found in money alone. Disappointed, he decided to leave the city and continue his journey. Maybe happiness is not about wealth after all, he thought, the land of beauty. Next, Rafik traveled to a place known for its natural beauty, a land with vast fields of colorful flowers, calm rivers, and tall trees that touched the sky. Here, people were friendly and life was peaceful. Rafik thought, perhaps happiness is about living in a beautiful, peaceful place. This must be it. In this beautiful land, Rafik spent his days walking through the fields, watching the sunset, and listening to birds sing. For a while, he felt calm and relaxed. But soon, he noticed that even in this paradise, he still didn't feel completely happy. The beauty around him was wonderful, but it didn't satisfy the longing in his heart. Feeling lost, Rafik began to wonder if happiness was something he would ever find. Just as he was about to give up, he met an old man named Yasin, who had a warm smile and a peaceful look in his eyes. Sensing Rafik's sadness, Yasin invited him to sit and share a simple meal under the shade of a tree. The secret of happiness. During their meal, Rafik told Yasin all about his journey. He explained how he had left his village to find happiness, but that so far, nothing had worked. I've tried to find happiness in money and in beautiful places, but it still feels out of reach, Rafik said, feeling defeated. Yasin listened patiently and then gently replied, "Young man, happiness isn't something you find outside of yourself. It's something you create within. It doesn't depend on how much you have or where you are. It depends on how you see the world and how you feel about the things you already have." Rafik looked at Yasin in surprise. "But I thought happiness was something you had to search for, like a treasure." Yasin smiled and nodded. "Many people think that way, but real happiness comes from being thankful and content with what you already have. It's not about always wanting more. It's about appreciating the simple things in life. Happiness isn't something you find, it's something you make." Returning home with new understanding. Rafik left Yasin feeling thoughtful. He decided to return to his village and try living with the wisdom Yasin had shared. When he returned, he started paying attention to the simple things around him. The warmth of the sun on his face, the laughter of children playing, the love of his family, and the satisfaction of crafting something beautiful with his own hands. For the first time in his life, Rafik felt a deep sense of peace. He realized that happiness was not something he needed to chase or search for in distant places. Instead, it was something he could create by appreciating what he already had. By looking at his life with gratitude, he felt happier and more complete than he ever had before. Rafiq continued his work as a carpenter, but this time, he felt a sense of joy in each piece he created. He no longer felt the need to travel far or earn large amounts of money to feel happy. Through contentment and gratitude, Rafiq had finally discovered the happiness he had been searching for all along. Moral of the story: happiness is not something you find in wealth or beautiful places. True happiness comes from within, from being grateful and content with what you already have. When we learn to appreciate the small, everyday moments, we discover that happiness was with us all along.